Good afternoon. There are always possibilities. Some possibilities are more likely than others, but the consequences of our actions always catch up with us. And sometimes they've got a head start on us. In the Twilight Zone. Take a seat in this car alongside 3 of the 4 principal individuals of this tale. Patrick Harley, an intelligent man who has planned a robbery in order to get the funds he needs for a get-rich-quick scheme. Eddie Brannock, a cruel criminal who has decided to help in the robbery for kicks. And Leonard Torsky, a not-so-bright brute who does anything his cousin Eddie tells him to. The 4th principal character is the one who, without warning, appears in the empty seat of this car. He easily fights off the 3 and introduces himself as perhaps their greatest enemy. Or their greatest friend. This man is Fear. He does not plan to actually stop their robbery, but show them the possible outcomes from it. The first possibility presented shows them initiating the robbery, and everything seems to go fine. Until Eddie, being a rude and impatient sort, orders Leonard to attack the elderly cashier. When Leonard thinks that the cashier hit a button summoning the police, he attacks in full, strangling the man. Whether he kills the man or not is unclear. Not that it matters, since Eddie decides to finish the job anyway with a gun to the cashier's head. And with this first possibility, the characters begin to realize their own foibles. Leonard actually killed his younger brother by accident when he was young, a result of getting too angry. Now he fears doing the same to his cousin. And to prevent himself from hurting anyone else, he refuses to participate in the robbery. The next possibility is for Eddie as he storms out of the convenience store. He and Patrick quickly dash off in their car, but indeed the alarm was pulled and the cops have already arrived, forcing their car into a wall. Eddie survives for a time. He tries to assault the cops to get away, but only receives a bullet for his troubles. While he does survive to be put into custody, psychiatric evaluation soon proves that Eddie suffers from some mental ills. A problem that becomes more clear in the car as he tearfully admits that he does indeed hear voices that tell him to do things. He feared others would laugh at him or reject him for this, but both Leonard and Patrick offer to help, Patrick in particular offering the services of a friend of his at a clinic. Speaking of Patrick, the possibilities continue from the car crash. Patrick does manage to get away, and indeed, his get-rich-quick scheme gets him rich quickly. He lived a long, successful life with a family and never wanting for anything until the day he died. But unfortunately, his fearful possibility is what happens after he dies. His fear is for what happens when he reaches the pearly gates and awaits judgment, and confesses the sins and accessories to sins he has committed. And thus his fears convince him what course of action he should take for this. To walk into the convenience store and apply for a job. Exit 3 fearful individuals and 1 dispelled fear. And if conscience does make cowards of us all, let cowardice be the price for a better future. A lesson to remember for the next difficult choice you must make in the Twilight Zone.